Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Triple Q report for Wednesday, January 5th, 2022. Before I jump into the charts, just as usual, want to encourage you to please click like each and every time you watch the daily Triple Q report. It actually helps with regard to the search engine algorithms and, Wicked Stocks actually showing up early on in the search engine results on YouTube for Triple Q analysis, Nasdaq-100, so forth and so on. So I appreciate the likes, I really do. And please click subscribe. Subscribing will also help you in that you'll be notified each and every time new content has been uploaded by Wicked Stocks to the YouTube channel. That includes the daily Triple Q report, the daily SPY report, the weekly DIA, weekly IWM, and the next couple of weeks it'll also be the weekly Bitcoin report. And we offer a free weekly stock pick a week. We do a couple of others as well for our premium membership on the Wicked Stocks website. So let's jump to the charts. You can take a look here and see that we have this band of resistance, this channel resistance, that today is between 397.86 and 404.81. We never tested the top channel. We tested quite a bit the downside, the bottom channel at 397.86, and we closed below it on Tuesday. This has set off a sell signal that can play out over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Although I must emphasize that I'm a little cautious right now. I can't imagine, and I don't think you could either, the Nasdaq, the Triple Q falling for the next 2 to 3 weeks, say into the 370s, and the S&P or the SPY, the Spider FT, this S&P 500, Spider ETF, not doing so. So, you're going to get short-term signals in one or the other. They have nothing to do with each other. But in terms of 2 to 3 week signals that play out, over that time horizon, they are or need to be in relative lockstep. So I would urge you to watch the daily SPY report for Wednesday. There's a level 474.32 that is a downward pivot point for the SPY. And if we close in the SPY below 474.32, then yes, I think the sell signal that played out in the Nasdaq or the Triple Q on Tuesday is real and should, over the next week, maybe as little as 2 to 3 days, maybe by Friday's close, result in 387.83, nothing more than a 5/8 downside Fibonacci retracement where we could bounce for a day or so. But I think ultimately, if this sell signal is to play out, we're looking at the mid 370s, 375.11, which is the start of a range of longer term support down to 368.08. that can absorb selling through February trade. But once again, if you're a Triple Q trader, you can certainly sell 397.86 in anticipation of the mid 370s over the next couple of weeks. I'm just cautioning you that the SPY, in my opinion, needs to close today, for instance, below 374.32 for this sell signal that played out on Tuesday in the Triple Q to fully manifest, to the downside. Let's talk about the upside, that if we happen to push or open above 397.86, because we're not really all that far from it, we could, with this kind of volatility that we saw on Tuesday, rally all the way up to 404.81 within the day. And I've changed the weighting a little bit on these levels. I now have, and you'll see that in a moment on the support and resistance, 397.86 is kind of an emboldened 1-star level only, can contain daily buying pressures. And so I've reduced that number just a bit to take into account the fact that the SPY really needs to set off its own sell signal, and then I'm more comfortable, assuming the Triple Q will continue south into mid-January. And if that were to happen, then I'll sort of probably re-emphasize 397.86 as a meaningful ceiling of resistance. I've also beefed up 404.81. So 404.81 is really our primary resistance now into later January. It is the level that I think the Triple Q needs to close above to set off a follow-through buy signal that should play out into the upper 420s over the next few weeks. I'll show that in a moment. Let's take a look at the support and resistance for today. You can see 397.86. We closed just below it. Can contain daily buying pressures. On the way down, I'm still giving some respect to 394.22 in its ability to contain intraday selling pressures. We broke below that on Tuesday, but didn't spend much time there. That's actually a 3/8 Fibonacci downside retracement over the last couple of weeks. And if we break 94.22, we could, by the closing bell, test 387.83, though I'll let you know that 391.03 is also a respectable minor point. All of them are respectable, but 94.22, 91.03, I think it'll take a few days to get down to 387.83 anyway. And then, of course, overall, holding below 397.86 does keep the mid 370s in reach over the next few weeks. Now, upside today, if we push or open above 397.86, yes, we have minor points all the way up. They're all respectable for aggressive day traders, but 404.81 is in reach potentially. And that is now a 3-star resistance area, as you can see. It can contain buying into next week, possibly through next week. And it is, so let me clarify this. If you are looking to sell the triple Q on strength, for one thing, you've got a sell signal anyway today. So there is one case to be made for being short. But if you're selling on strength, any pullbacks over the next few days, it is 404.81. And that is an area that could contain buying into possibly through next week. And from there, we could fall back into the mid 370s by the end of January. We are in the midst of a short-term sell signal that may actually play out to that effect anyway, below 397.86. But if we can close above 404.81, that is our buy signal now into January. I was emphasizing the 397.86 formation just a few days ago as our base of support. We've taken it out. That may mean the mid 370s now over the next couple of weeks. But inversely, if we can close above 404.81, then we have a buy signal that should yield the 420s, the mid 420s over the next few weeks. You can see 423.79 to 425.46 here is able to contain buying into possibly through February trade, and we could fall off from there in the weeks to follow. Also a meaningful secondary buy signal if we were to get up and over that area. And that's all I've got. So have a good evening. Have a good day. I'll be back tomorrow for Thursday's Daily Triple Q Report.